नमस्कार, मैं सीए मनमोहन जिंदल, IBBI Evaluator in Security and Financial Assets and ex-Canara banker, Wealth Management through LIC. Today we shall discuss on categories of priority sector lending. So, in priority sector lending, banks has to finance at least 40% of the adjusted net bank credit or credit equivalent to off-balance sheet exposure, whichever is higher. Two priority sector for the growth of India and the rural sector of the India. The categories of the priority sector are as number one, agriculture. The lending to agriculture sector includes farm credit, including agriculture and allied activities. Agriculture means direct agriculture, allied activities means related to agriculture, जैसे farm equipments, irrigation, etc. Lending to agriculture infrastructure and ancillary activities. Micro, small, and medium enterprises. MSMEs which are engaged in the manufacture or production of goods in any manner pertaining to any industry specified in the first schedule to the Industries Development and Regulation Act 1951 or engaged in providing or rendering of any service or services. So this is the definition of MSME. Export credit. Export credit other than in agriculture and MSME will be allowed to be classified as priority sector. However, export credit under agriculture and MSME sector are allowed to be classified as PSL, priority sector lending, in the respective categories with agriculture or MSME. So, export credit is required for the India. It fetch foreign exchange, and for the traders or for the manufacturers, export credit is beneficial that it fetches a lot of government benefits. Education. Loans to individual for educational purpose, including vocational courses not exceeding rupees 20 lakh will be considered as eligible for priority sector classification. Loans currently classified as priority sector will continue till maturity. Housing. Bank loans to housing sector subject to certain limits are eligible for priority sector classification. Social infrastructure. Bank loans to social infrastructure sector as per limits prescribed are eligible for priority sector classification. Renewable energy. Bank loans up to a limit of rupees 30 crore to borrowers for purposes like solar-based power generators, biomass-based power generators, windmills, micro-hydel plants, and for non-conventional energy-based public utilities with street lighting system and remote village electrification, etc. will be eligible for priority sector classification. A huge amount up to the limit of rupees 30. For individual households, a limit will be rupees 10 lakh per borrower. Others are loans provided directly by banks to individuals and individual members of self-help groups and joint lending groups, satisfying the criteria as prescribed in RBI circulars. Loans not exceeding rupees 2 lakh provided by banks to self-help group and JLG for activities other than agriculture or MSME, with loans for meeting social needs, construction or repair of house, construction of toilets, and any viable common activity started by self-help. schemes. Loans to distressed persons other than distressed farmers indebted to non-institutional lenders not exceeding rupees 1 lakh per borrower to prepay their non-institutional lenders. Loans sanctioned to state-sponsored organization for scheduled castes, scheduled tribes for the specific purpose of purchase and supply of inputs and or marketing of the outputs of the beneficiaries of these organizations. Loans up to rupees 50 crore to startups as per definition of Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India that are engaged in the activities other than agriculture or MSME. So, thank you very much. This is the brief. Details are available in the RBI circular. You, before taking an action, kindly go through the relevant guidelines. It is a small video to highlight the products which are in priority. So, thank you very much. Namaskar.